G'day, Jake here for the Confidence Channel. Hopefully you won't lose respect for me with this story. Just wanted to give a quick example of something that happened to me a couple of days ago, and it's been on my mind. And it's to do with anger, and two words that I really like to link together is anger and shame, because they absolutely go together. Anger, a lot of us trained from a young age to mask a lot of other emotions with anger. It's a beautiful, easy one, and it's the best for covering up shame. Some people aren't familiar with the word shame, and they'll often use the word guilt. Guilt's a nasty little thing, but it's more constructive, I believe, because we feel guilty, and then a lot of times we feel called to change, we're convicted. Shame is something we hide, we suppress. So here's my quick example story, which will sort of hopefully shed some light on what the heck I'm on about. So I had my phone disconnected. Now, I run a business, my phone's pretty important. Out of nowhere, disconnected. Couldn't believe it. I rang up my provider and went through the whole scenario, and I was pretty angry at them. And this poor lady on the other line, I gave her a bit of a serve. I was borderline not being professional. I let emotions take a hold, and I felt that I reacted a bit, and I felt like I lost control, and in my mind I catastrophized. I blew it out of proportion. I made it a bigger thing than what it actually really was. And I pulled up at home 10 minutes later, stormed in the house, cranky at my wife, cranky at my kids, told the lady on the phone that this has cost me big time in my business, and it did cost me a bit, and it was embarrassing, and it took a while. It took almost 10 hours to fix, and but I made it bigger. And to my family, because I was a little bit ashamed of the way I reacted, I kind of blew it out of proportion a bit. I made it into a bigger thing than what it really was, and I kind of bullshitted to myself, and then I believed that feedback, that it was bigger and worse and more catastrophic than what it really was, and it caused me to react even worse. Anyway, long story short, I had a crap night, and all could have been avoided if I was, number one, just was a bit more grounded and took responsibility for the way I reacted to that lady and called it for what it was. I was ashamed of the way I reacted. Sometimes when we get angry, especially when we get angry at someone, we're actually angry at ourselves, and we get more angry at that person and make it a bigger story to justify our crappy behavior. I'm going to leave it at that. Cheers.